All right, boys, we are back, and it's time to continue year one with our Pittsburgh Penguins. Up here at the trade deadline. Last video was a crazy trade deadline. I made a bunch of moves, bringing in Bobby Ryan, bringing in Jaromir Jagr, bringing in Victor Hedman, Andy Green, Anton Volchenkov, and sending out, well, who was it? Chris Kunitz. I sent out Harrington. I sent out Pouliot. So our roster looks completely different. I didn't want to go ahead, though, in the schedule because I figured you guys may have one or two more minor trades, and I was actually thankful I didn't go ahead because you guys were saying that our backup goaltender, Grice, he's just not getting it done as a backup. And if Marc-Andre Fleury goes down or if he starts to play bad, you want to have a better backup. And I'll just take a look at his stats here. Reflexes 3.5 star, puck control 3.5 star, athletic 4 star. Oh my god, yeah, 1-9. You guys weren't wrong. 1-9, goals against average 3.62. So save percentage, yeah. So you can see how Marc-Andre Fleury is definitely getting it done for us this year. We got no help from our backup, and if we did, I was saying in the last video, we're already, kind of pushing it this year. 30, 23, and 7. We're in a playoff spot, but if we go on another losing streak, and we're in the middle of a 4-game losing streak. If we go on another losing streak, then it's not going to be too good. And if our backup had won, split the games half and half, we'd be in a much better position right now. So I agree. We got to get a different backup goalie. I've already done some pre-scouting. And there's two goalies that are available. All right, first on the Tampa Bay Lightning. I don't know how they got this guy, but Tim Thomas is here. All right, maybe they picked him up in free agency. 79 overall, 39 years old. Here you go, 1 year left. Let's take a look at his individual stats compared. 3.5, 4, 4. So he's got the 2 4s and a 3.5. Grice had a 2 3.5s and a 4. So I could pick up Tim Thomas. His potential is still there, so he's not going to get any worse. Or I could try to go after Ray Emery from the Philadelphia Flyers. Now, I think Ray Emery's trade value is a little bit higher up, but he's got the 4-star in the reflexes category. And that, I think when it comes to simulating, the reflex category is the most important. Look at Ernest Chiarelli with San Jose. His puck control and athleticism weren't the greatest, but his reflexes was 5-star, and he was one of the best goalies. So I think Ray Emery might be a good idea. I think that Tim Thomas's trade value was slightly less, so I'll try to make this go through. All right, let's see. Do they want to give up? They actually have 2 second-round picks. And second-round picks are important for us this year because I don't want to trade away our first-round pick because I can turn that into like year 1, year 2, year 3 scouts, or the draft is pretty good. And with this, I guarantee myself at least like a 4-star player. And that would turn out to be a pretty decent trade value for next year, right? So I don't want to trade away my first-round pick, but if I could pick up a second-round pick as well, that wouldn't be a bad idea. So I'll just see what I can do here. Ray Emery, goaltenders. All right, so Grice I want to hold on to just in case. So 79 overall. I want to hold on to him. You know what? 1 second. Yeah, hang on 1 second here, boys. All right, that's much better. Just had to open a window. It's kind of hot down here. All right, so I was saying Grice, I want to hold on to him. He's got no trade value. But this guy, Murray, they want to get him. And he's 2.5-star potential, so I'll definitely send him back. Now, I don't think that'll go through. Murray for Ray Emery. Let's see, execute trade. No, okay. So I figured Ray Emery's trade value is a little bit higher up there. So is there anybody else on this team? See, I think everyone's got pretty shitty trade value now. Hang on, no. Holding on to all these guys. Holding on. Robidas, yeah, but I want to hold on to him for some depth. No point in trading him away just to get a backup goalie. Whenever we have injuries, it's a defenseman, right? So that's why I have 2 of the defensemen. I don't want to trade away Robidas. Same thing with Cody Franson. Chimera, I want to hold on to him. I did see your comments, though, saying that his potential is low, so maybe I'll start somebody else instead of Jason Chimera. Maybe I'll just have him on the bench. Spalling, no. Hang on a second there. I think this Roop guy has a slightly higher trade value than these guys. Hang on, let me just... I think I saw it. Yeah, he does. Okay, so this Roop guy, who is he? 70 overall, 20 years old. 3.5 red star potential. He's an enforcer. I don't think I'd be missing this guy if I trade him away. Who is he? Drafted by the Phoenix Coyotes in 2011. No, I think I can trade this guy away. I think he's got some trade value on him. All right, so let's try this. Okay, so they don't have the players now to give back, so there you go. I can take on a Chris Pronger. Take on Chris Pronger. Oh, man. No, I won't trade for Chris Pronger. It's just because his trade value is so low. That would definitely go through. But I'll get this guy, Vanderveld. All right. Them two, them. Yeah, that could go through. Now, let me try to get a... I don't think I'll get a second in this, though. Nah, there's no way I'll get a second. Let me try to get a third. All right, will it go through? No, okay, so it's not going to go through with any draft picks. So Murray and Roop for Ray Emery and Van de Velde. Will it go through? Still not. Okay, hang on a second here. I thought it would definitely go through with those two. 5th, a 6th, and a 7th. Yeah, why not? It doesn't matter in this year. So Murray and Roop and a 5th, a 6th, a 7th for Ray Emery. Will it go through? Yes, it did. All right. So I got my backup goalie, and this year we only have one draft pick, but it is the first round pick. All right. But don't worry, come the draft, I have the plan to trade for a bunch of second-round picks. But we'll get to that when we get to it. All right, so there you go. There's our backup goalie taken care of. Ray Emery going from Philadelphia to Pittsburgh. Oh, I wonder if they're going to like him here in Pittsburgh. So we'll leave Greiss up here because I want Zadkov to let him play down in the minors. He's a minor starter, so let him just play down there. We'll leave Greiss up here. Defenseman. All right, so we have to do the whole line changes here. I think I have to blow my nose. Yes, I do. Hang on a second. All right, that's much better. So Letang, Ehrhoff, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, there's the 6. And then Robidas and Franzen as backups. And then forwards, Van de Velde, no. Now, Spalling, he is forced. I think I want to play Spalling over Chimera just because Chimera, if his stars drop. So if I send down Chimera, if I send down Spalling. Okay, I can send them both down. Okay, that makes sense then. I'll do that. I'd rather do that. All right, so best lines. So where's Spalling? Spalling, I'm going to play him on the first line AHL line because he had a decent year in the NHL and he could still jump to like a mid-80s, right? We could have a decent player there, so I want to play him. And Jason Chimera, I want to give first line time to as well, so that potential doesn't drop. All right, so those are our two call-ups during the playoffs, and then those are our two call-ups for defense in the playoffs. But we got to make it to the playoffs first. So here we go. Crosby, Bobby Ryan, and James Van Riemsdyk. Yeah, I think that works with the two big-bodied Americans flanking Sidney Crosby in the middle. Malkin, I'm going to leave Hornqvist on the right. Jaromir Jagr can play the left wing. So Jagr's coming back to Pittsburgh, baby. I want to see what he can do with Gino. That's going to be nice. Ryan Clough, Zach Smith, and Joel Ward. Yeah, that's a very nice defensive line. I think they're our three best defensive players. And then Greening, Blake Como, and Gotch. Colin Greening, move it up here. No, you know what? I'm going to leave this third line, gritty-ass, grindy line out there. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Defense. All right, this is going to be interesting now. Hang on a sec. So we had some success earlier on with Mata and Letang. So let's go Mata, Letang, Larson, Ehrhoff, and then Green and Volchenkov down here. But we're going to use Green and Volchenkov a lot on the penalty kill. So they'll get their time back, all right? Power play, Letang and Ehrhoff. Let's keep these guys together. Yeah, there you go. All right, Crosby. Note, we're going to keep these guys. JVR, yeah, Jagr, and Hornqvist. It's interesting they have Gotch in there. Hornqvist, all right. Very good. Four-man power play. All right, so Crosby, there you go, with Malkin. Bobby Ryan and James Van Riemsdyk. Now we're going to go instead of Hornqvist, all right? So JVR is going to play alongside of Evgeny Malkin. All right, Ehrhoff. Nope, we'll go with, there you go, Ehrhoff and Larson, Mata, and Letang. Now the penalty kill. All right, so no. We're going to go Volchenkov. And where is he? Green. All right, Crosby. Nope. We're going to go Zach Smith and Gotch. And then we're also going to go with Clough. And where is he? And Joel Ward. All right, I checked our roster makeup, our GM tracker, and it said that Ryan Clough, Joel Ward were our two, and Zach Smith were like three of our best defensive players, behind Crosby. Crosby's got the good defensive awareness still. All right, so Zach Smith and Ryan Clough, Andy Green, Volchenkov, Gotch, Joel Ward, Oli Mata, and Letang. Do I want to go Oli Mata or, hang on, or Adam Larson? Hang on, let's see who had the better defensive stats. Oh, I think Oli Mata does. Yeah, okay, so I'll go with Oli Mata and Letang. I can keep those guys together at all times, basically. All right, but Green, Volchenkov, and the same thing, Green and Volchenkov up here. Oh, hang on. Green, there you go. Letang, Mata, Smith, and Gotch. There you go. Very nice. All right, 4-on-4 lines. We're going to go the same thing, Bobby Ryan. We're going to go with JVR, and then Gotch and Hornqvist. Fine with that. All right. Larson and Oli Mata. No. Let's get these guys on the right lines here. Nope. All right. Letang with Mata. All right. Ehrhoff with Larson. And then these two guys at the back end. Volchenkov and Green. All right, so there are our lines made up. Extra attackers, Crosby and Malkin. Goaltenders, Marc-Andre Fleury and Ray Emery. Grice is going to be our backup. And there's the shootout lines. All right, so there you go. We're not going to make any more trades. There, it's done. Our team now, the way it is going into the playoffs. Hopefully, we still have to make the playoffs, and we don't have time to lose some games here. So we are in a 4-game losing streak, so we got to win some games. All right, so let's go, boys. Before we start, let me just make sure I don't lose this. Hang on. All right, so let's finish off the year here. We got a nice little Western streak. We don't have to worry about... We want to get points, but we don't have to worry about giving up points. So let's just at least get some overtime losses in there if we're going to lose games. But I want to get off this current losing streak that we're on. Trade deadline is almost upon us. Yeah, we've already made our trades here in Pittsburgh. All right, we got ahead of the curve. So, oh my God, there's another regulation loss. Imagine, after all these trades here, imagine we missed the playoffs, man. I'd be so pissed. I put so much freaking effort into this Pittsburgh Penguin roster. Let's go. It's time to start scoring goals, JVR and Bobby Ryan, Hornqvist and Jaromir Jagr. There you go. I mean, look at that. It's 12 goals for in the last 2 games. We are clearly a team that can score a lot of goals, all right? So, Marc-Andre Fleury, and maybe if Ray Emery can help us out a little bit with the backup, you know, that would help us out. So, Washington, Philadelphia, back-to-back 2-game series against Washington and Philly. Let's take a look at where they are in the standings. Very important this last little bit. All right, so Philadelphia's down there and Washington's down there. So 2 teams that looks like they're already out of the playoffs. But, well, they could still make it in if they go on a winning streak, you know what I mean? So let's squash them and then just, come on, let's go. We can really improve our odds of making the playoffs. There you go, boys. Keep on winning games. I don't want to see 25. I don't want to see, there's 25. 25 regulation losses. All right, come on. Man, we're not getting enough regulation wins in there. It's going to be a close end. We're going to need, I don't want to say it, but it looks like we're going to need some help from some other teams. We need some other teams to also fail a little bit, you know? If the wrong teams go on the right streaks right now, watch out. There's another friggin' regulation loss. All right, we answered back with those 2 regulation losses with a win. All right, so since the trade deadline, what are we? 2 wins, 3, 4. We're 4-3 since those trades. All right, so nothing too spectacular here. I want to win some games. All right, so don't have to worry about the Dallas Stars. Obviously, you want to get the win still, but if they get points, it's not the end of the world. So come on now. There you go. That's a big 2 points. Good. All right, so the Detroit Red Wings looks like a team that we're directly competing against. Yes, Detroit, they are in a wild card position. Now, the wild card can catch us. We both have 77 points. Huge game right here. Huge game. Come on now, boys. I don't want to see 27. I don't want to see 27. There you go. Oh, man, it's a 4-point game. Now, they may have had overtime loss in there. I don't know. But whatever. 3-point game, if anything. All right, and look at Sid the Kid. He's taking over. That's what we need, Crosby. I need an 82-point season out of you. Tampa Bay, all right, and then we're going to the West so we can afford some to give up some points. Tampa Bay is 89 points, so they're a team that doesn't look like we're going to be able to catch, but if we can just get a point out of them, you know what I mean? It's we need points, but it's not horrible if they get a win. They're already going to be ahead of us in the playoffs, it looks like. But if we can get a point, we can just get a point. Oh, man, we got 2 out of it. Beautiful, Marc-Andre Fleury. Good job, buddy. All right, we're on a nice little winning streak right now. I don't want to jinx it. But now we're going to the West for 3 games. It's a home streak. All right, we're not going to the West. We're facing the West. At least we can, you know, we don't have to worry about their point totals. But if we can just get some points. There's an overtime loss. That was an overtime loss. All right, it's not the end of the world. Come on now. I think it was an overtime loss. There you go. There you go. We're starting to win some games. If we can get to 40 wins, man. That's 88 points. That'll be looking good. Yeah, oh my God, Marc-Andre Fleury, you're picking the right time to keep the puck out of the net. I don't know if it's our new roster or what, but we seem to be a pretty good defensive team now in this last little stretch. All right, so Columbus, Chicago, Carolina. All right, Columbus, where do they sit in the standings? Where do they sit? We have 86 points now. Columbus is in our division. It's definitely a game that they need to win. If they want to stay in the race, they need to win this game. So come on. I don't want to see 27 regulation losses, Pittsburgh. I don't want to see 27. Come on, don't show me 27. Don't. Yeah! All right, this is good. This is good. All right, we'll skip over the Chicago Blackhawks. Not that it matters. Well, it does matter, but again, Western Conference team. And we have 88 points now, so, I mean, we are in striking range. One more, we're at the 90-point plateau. I think that should be good enough for a wild card. Maybe not every season, but this season, I think 90 points, you'll make the playoffs. All right, so OHL, there you go. And we got another win. We're really starting to win some games now, too. It's good. It's good news. Thank God, after all that. And look at Malkin. He's actually scored some goals as well, 30 goals. All right, so we're leading the Metropolitan Division now. That's good. And when it comes to a wild card, We are 8 points ahead of Detroit, it looks like, is the closest, and 9 points ahead of Montreal, all right? So, handful of games left. Obviously, we can still go on a little bit of a bad tear, but we've put ourselves into a good position here to finish the season. Carolina, they're trying to catch us in our division, 81 points. Let's see what they can do. Ooh, that's all. Okay. That's a loss. All right, so 3 straight Western Conference teams on the road. This could be rough. We're going out west. We could be a little bit tired, all right? If we can give me 3 points. In 3 games, give me 3 points. I'm happy. Give me 3 freaking points. Okay, there's 1 point. That's an overtime loss. That's not a regulation loss. It's 2 losses in a row now, but still, overtime loss. Come on now, give me a point. Give me a point. 28. I don't want to see 28. There you go. Okay, we got 3 points on the road trip. Might even get more if you don't show me 28. Oh, we got 5 points on that road trip out of a possible 6. You know what? Our team is actually, they're playing pretty well at the right time. I'm liking this. 3 games remaining, Detroit, Philadelphia, and Ottawa. I'm pretty sure we've snagged up a playoff spot. 95 points. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how many games left they all have, all right, but we should have enough. So we'll play against Detroit. They desperately want to beat us if they want to catch the wild card, and we beat them 7-3. Oh, yeah. Our offense is definitely clicking right now, boys. JVR, Bobby Ryan, and Sidney Crosby, Jaromir Jagr, Evgeny Malkin, and Patrick Hornqvist. That's a lot of offense. Philadelphia, let's take a look. All right, Philly's already out of the playoff picture. We could get to 100 points. After a bad start, with a really good end after these trades, if we can get to a 100-point season, all of a sudden it's a really good year. Come on now, boys, let's go. There you go. There's another win. Shit. We're turning this final stretch into a beast stretch. Look at this, 99 points. 1 more point. Give me 1 point against the Ottawa Senators, and we're a 100-point team. All right, 1 point. Just don't give me 28 losses. 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 Ah, they gave me 28 losses. So the Pittsburgh Penguins finish up the year with 99 points to lead the Metropolitan Division, it looks like. Very good. Very good. Goals, Stamkos with people. Well, you know what? We can check that after. Yeah, we'll check that after. Let's just simulate ahead here. There you go. All right, so round 1 of the playoffs up against the Buffalo Sabres. And Mario Lemieux is happy with what I've done in year number 1. You've done what I asked and earned 45 wins for the Pittsburgh Penguins organization this year. I'll be expecting a little bit more out of you next year. All right, don't worry. So we had a very good regular season, boys. All right, and let's just put all the losses together in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 wins, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 15-7 to end the regular season. A very good run. Might be the trades, might not be, might be coincidence. Who knows? All right, but let's do a whole season wrap up. Before we do, I just want to make sure I don't lose it. Hang on. All right, that's better. So let's take a look at the season, see who did what for us, and that final stretch. I don't remember the penalty kill statistics and all that good stuff, right? But I'm sure we've turned it around. So 7th best team in the NHL this year. Not too shabby. All right, and we got Chicago. Look at that. Boston actually was a good team this year. All you got to do is make Char like a 97, and then there you go. Goals for per game. First in the NHL, so we're the only team that can score more than 3 goals a game. So our plan, mid-season, the beginning of the season, when I said that we're a goals for per game kind of team, and we want to really try to make that the best in the NHL, we were successful in that, right? So our team can definitely score goals, and if we can just keep the puck out of the net, we are a superpower. So that's a very good stat to have. At least we have that. Goals against per game, 20th in the NHL, all right? So we still allow a lot of goals, but I'd imagine in the last, 22 games where we went 15-7 since the trade deadline, I'd imagine that's a little bit better, right? But that's what I mean. We're a goals for per game kind of team. Power play percentage, 4th in the NHL, so our power play got better. That's good news. And penalty kill, 80.8. So it actually, it started to go up there. Maybe Klo and all those guys on the penalty kill really helped it out. So that's good news. Our home record, 25-14-2. Our away record, 20-14-7. And our last 10, 7-2-1. So coming into the playoffs on the right foot, which is very good news. Player stats. Now this should be interesting. What did Crosby, what did Malkin do? All right. Everyone's saying that Crosby should be 95 overall, 96 overall, whatever it is. All right. Look, he's still a point per game player. All right, so his offensive category still took him to the promised land. And I've seen Crosby at 95, 96 overall, and sometimes he gets less than point per game. All right, so the 93 does not stop him from still being a point-per-game player. He still had a fantastic year. 30 goals, 53 assists, all right? Bobby Ryan, 77 points, 27 goals, 50 assists. Evgeny Malkin, 73 points, 35 goals, 38 assists. That assist will go up as well as he has better wingers next year. Spalling really held him down, right? But Malkin, that's what I wanted. I wanted 70 points out of Malkin, 80 points out of Crosby, and a plus, they're both 30 goal scorers with those totals, right? So that's why you split up Crosby and Malkin. Make them both just the dominating force on each line. And they were. So Bobby Ryan, 77 points, that's good. Jaromir Jagr, a lot of those points came from New Jersey. James Van Riemsdyk, it's hard to tell with him because he was playing in Toronto the whole year, and he played on the second line. All right, Hornqvist, that's a very good year for Hornqvist. 25 goals, 50 points on the second line. That's all you want from your second line. You want the center, the main guy, Malkin, 70 points, and then the two wingers, 50 points. I'm fine with that. And he had 20 goal season, so there you go. Spalling, 28 points in 60 games played. Here's the depth. There you go. Not bad. A lot of players this year. And what's more important is the top six, they're all plus players, right? So they're scoring more goals than they're allowing when they're 5v5, which is good. Power play goals, Crosby and Malkin up there. All right, game-winning goals, Malkin's got 8. Shots, Malkin. All right, they're all pretty much up there. There's no Pete Walton in here. There's nobody who takes shots. They all take shots. Shooting percentage, Malkin is up there. Crosby is up there. That's good. Face-off percentage, Crosby is up there. That's good. All right. Hits, Zach Smith, Como. Yeah, all the other guys. Giveaways. There you go. I never do this stuff. There you go. All right, so all those stats for the forwards. Defensemen. All right, so let's see. So Adam Larsson, he takes a lot of penalties, though, but 44 points. That's good for me. Chris Letang, 44 points, 13 goals. Is good enough. Oli Mata, 39 points. That's good for Oli Mata. Hopefully he jumps with that kind of season. Green, 35. Yeah, all these guys. We've got a lot of players on this team. All right, Letang was a plus 22, and Mata was a plus 14, though. That's good news. And don't worry about Green and Larson. They came from New Jersey. Their minus might have been very bad from those teams. All right, and goaltenders, I don't know what Ray Emery did for us, all right, but Marc-Andre Fleury, 67 games played. His goals against was a little bit high, 2.38, but he had a 40-win season, 42 wins, 17 losses. Save percentage dropped a little bit as well, 91.62, and 7 shutouts. But he got us to the playoffs, all right? He's our starting goalie. We got nobody else. We need Marc-Andre Fleury, all right? We need him. Straight up, we need him. All skaters. So let's see. NHL. All right, so the most goals in the NHL, Steven Stamkos with 58, Alexander Ovechkin with 46, James Neal, 41 with the Nashville Predators, Jerome Iginla with 37, Corey Perry, all right, Malkin, Pavelski, there you go. So makes sense. Stamkos and Ovechkin top the league. Assists, Ryan Getzlaf, yeah, makes sense. Kopitar, Spezza, all right, there you go. Crosby's down here. Again, I guarantee you Crosby would have had better stats if he didn't have Kunitz on his line the whole year. All right, we saw Chris Kunitz's stats. They weren't good. Stamkos, 103 points. Bergeron, 86. Ovechkin, 86. Crosby, 83. Kopitar, 82. Getzlaf, Backstrom, Corey Perry. All right, you can see the leaders there. We'll go to defensemen. Most goals, Drew Doughty. All right, there you go. Where's PK Subban, man? There he is. He got some goals this year. Assists. All right, points. There you go. And goalies, just with the guys with the most wins, we'll take a look at. All right, so Marc-Andre Fleury had the most, but look at a guy like Tuukka Rask. He had 41 wins with the goals against of 2. You know what I mean? Luongo, 39 wins with the goals against 1.86. Quick, 1.79. So there's better goalies out there, or better defensive teams, I suppose. All right, but Rask, 93%. Yeah. Out of all the goalies, he had the most wins, but out of all the goalies, his stats are the lowest. So it's going to be, it's definitely going to be the story of the playoffs, you know, the goals for. If we can score goals, I think we're okay. But if our offense goes to shit, you know, are we going to be able to keep the puck out of the net? I don't know. I think that may be a big problem for us. But important thing is that we're in the playoffs. Now, hang on, let's just finish it up with the playoff tree. All right, so in your year one playoffs, that's the way it looks. In the West, you have LA versus Colorado, Calgary versus Phoenix, Chicago versus Anaheim, Nashville versus Minnesota. And in the East, you have Tampa Bay versus Montreal, Boston versus Florida, Pittsburgh versus Buffalo, and the Rangers versus the Carolina Hurricanes. So let me know what you guys think about the Pittsburgh Penguin roster and lineup. What should we do against the Buffalo Sabres? And I'll let you know, and I'll see you in the next video.